Russia just sent a heavy cargo plane to Venezuela. And not just any heavy cargo plane, they sent the Wagner Group.
If you guys aren't familiar who the Wagner Group are, think Blackwater from the United States. Wagner Group is their version from Russia. So things are going to get pretty interesting, guys.
Hey, where's your room at? I don't think this.
What? These type of things that you're seeing right there, right? It's normal military culture. Should it be filmed and exposed? So as a leader, what would you do about this, guys? All right, I'm gonna give you guys an insight into military culture. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Green Beret Chronicles show. Today, I got a good one for you guys. I got a variety of different clips that I'm going to react to. Also, we're going to talk about the Wagner Group making their way to Venezuela. Stay tuned, guys. I got a good one for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the new format of the show, right? I'm going to bring up some clips, give you guys my 2 cents. Hopefully, you guys can extract some lessons learned in there to help your career be a little bit better or to help you and your daily struggles, right? And if this is your first time watching me, guys, my name is Dolius. I'm a retired U.S. Army Green Beret. The intent behind this channel is to coach, teach, and mentor the next generation of warfighters. So if you get anything out of this, guys, like, subscribe, share the channel. I greatly appreciate it, right? With all that said, let's jump into the first clip that we're going to look at.
Let me interject here real quick. I got a couple of super chats on the Cash App from someone named Adam Shadoff trying to bash my friend's coffee company, which is not good. Apparently he is offended because the coffee is called Dark Arts. Well, let me tell you something, dude. Dark Arts, if you would have watched the live stream on Sunday, the Dark Arts is spycraft, okay? So pull your panties out of your wad. That's what it refers to. And it's a coffee cup. You're looking down at the coffee because 99% of the world doesn't have handles on the coffee. If you want to look at something as a conspiracy, go for it. But before you do that, let me show you this. You don't go for my friends or family. I'll come for you. I'll ban your ass so fast you won't even know what happened. Globally sourced, mission ready. Good friend of mine, J. Dorleus, retired Green Beret. He's from Haiti. He was in New York City as a 13-year-old kid when the Twin Towers went down. 6 out of his 7 siblings have served this country. And he's got a foundation now. And if you notice, all the names of the coffee have something to do with a spy process. Dead drop, honeypot, brush pass, cold bump. If you knew anything, you'd know what he was talking about. He was on here talking about this very thing. Let me show you something else that the guy does. Okay? Look at this one. Dark Arts Coffee Foundation. He helps veterans get into housing and get veterans off the street. Okay? So if you want to make your $2 donations on Cash App and try to insult someone, you insulted the wrong frickin' guy. Jay Dorleus is a damn good dude. Dark Arts Coffee Foundation.
So you're a leader in the United States military, right? You are a captain, a first sergeant, a squad leader, or whatever, right? But you're in a leadership position and you walk in and you see a soldier doing this. What are you gonna do? Let's watch this video.
Si tú te tiras, me tiro. Envidian por su estilo. Todo estaba tranquilo, pero llegaste sola al partido. Y baby, no me voy de aquí sin ti. Todo lo que estás sintiendo lo quiero sentir. Tu enojo, tu coraje, como llegaste aquí cantando que la ni.
So as a leader, what would you do about this, guys? All right, I'm gonna give you guys an insight into military culture. All right, I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna open the door for you guys. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a glimpse of what military culture looks like, right? So within the Army, we have this thing called waiting for the word, right? Waiting for the word. I remember being in Kansas, guys. I was a PFC, E4, just sitting around, right? We would go to work from 9 to about 1700, right? So 9 to 5, right? Of course, we had a lunch break in there, but if it's not multiple Mondays are typically the busiest days. The rest of the week, we're just waiting around. We're just sitting around. There's a day room with a pool table, TV at any given time. When you're back in garrison, if you're not in the field training, guess what? You're just sitting around. You're just giggle pussing around, just sitting, playing, joking around. That's what we do. And I'm looking at this video, you know, from a soldier's perspective. This is the norm. This is what soldiers do. However, instead of having a girl there, instead of having a female soldier there, that person that this dude is dancing on is typically a guy, right? So if I'm a leader, I'm a staff sergeant, I'm a first sergeant, right? Since that's the rank I retired at. If I walk into my day room and I see a male soldier dancing, stripping, whatever on another male soldier, guess what, man? I'm probably gonna hang out, watch, you know, laugh with the boys, joke around, and then go about my business. All right, that's how it typically goes down. I remember being in Big Army and, you know, my buddies, you know, joking around, playing around, doing all sorts of dumb shit, right? Whether it's, hey, there's a dude in the bathroom taking a shower, we take all his clothes, we hide his towel, and he has to walk down the hallway butt naked, right? Doing the walk of shame. That type of stuff happens within military culture, right? So I would go as far as to say what you're seeing here is normal if he was dancing on another male. However, with this particular situation as a leader, I can tell you right now, if I'm a first sergeant and I walk into this day room and I see this unfolding, I'm going to have to put a stop to it. Why? Because of the Army's sexual assault policy program, right? Because from a leadership perspective, I walk in the day room and I see this unfolding. If I stand there and I watch it and I'm laughing and I'm enjoying it, that opens me up, that opens the company up, that opens the entire leadership chain up for sexual assault charges, right? As far as that female going to IG and filing a complaint and saying, hey, a male soldier was, you know, dancing all up in my face and dancing up on me, and first sergeant was in there and he stood there and he watched, he didn't say anything about it, right? If it was another dude, guys, we see it as being funny, ha ha ha, you know, no harm done. But if it's a female, it opens that soldier up to liability claims, and also it puts the leadership in a position to where if they know about it and they don't do anything about it, they risk losing their command. Because some of the comments that I read on this was like, oh, she's enjoying it, she's not moving, you know, this is just soldiers having fun. And I get it, guys, I get it. But the rules are different when it's male and female soldiers doing it together versus if it was male on male or female on female. But as soon as you introduce the opposite sex, the lines are blur, and it opens people up for litigation. It opens people up for getting themselves in trouble, right? But I'm curious to hear what you guys would do. You are a leader. You walk in and you see this happening. What are you doing? Are you running over there and you're tackling the male soldier? Are you standing there, you're watching, you're grabbing your popcorn, you're enjoying the show? Or are you pulling him off to the side, giving him a stern talk, and make sure that this doesn't happen again? Eager to hear what you guys think as far as your thought process and the way you would handle this as a leader, right? Either way, right, my man's got some moves, right? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. With all that said, let's transition into the next topic, guys. And again, if you're getting any value out of this, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys doing that. Also, guys, if you're looking at joining the military, you've got some questions you want to speak with me, greenberetchronicles.com. Check out the consultation link, guys. Jump on a call with me. I'll do whatever I can to help you. Also, while you're on the website, check out the merch shop, greenberetchronicles.com/merch. Grab your shirt and then let me know what you think about it through the comment section, right? With all that said, let's talk real quick about the Wagner Group making their way to Venezuela.
Russia just sent a heavy cargo plane to Venezuela. And not just any heavy cargo plane, they sent the Wagner Group. The Wagner Group is a mercenary group that is sent to do high unalivings. They go in like the fucking boogeyman. They're worse than the CIA and the KGB combined.
I had a Patreon member reach out to me through Instagram and wanted to know what I thought about the Wagner Group going over to Venezuela. I've done a video on this in the past talking about how we are engaged with Venezuela for reasons that you as a public might not know about, right? It's more than just drugs. It's more than just stopping the influx of cocaine and all these other fentanyl-based drugs from coming into the United States. It's way more in depth than that, guys. There's information that we do not know. And I said this. I said, hey, if we start messing with Venezuela, if we put our soldiers in Venezuela, if we try to influence the removal of Maduro, Venezuela's allies, we're not going to take this sitting still. I said this, right? I said, if we put Green Berets in there, if we put Delta Force in there, if we put the CIA in there, a statement that Donald Trump came out and said the other day clearly led me to believe that they're already there. He came out and said that he's authorized CIA to go inside Venezuela to do work. And as soon as I heard that statement, I already knew that partners and allies of Venezuela were not going to sit still and watch this develop. I said, hey, Russia, China, they are then going to put their proxies in Venezuela, and we're going to have another gray zone conflict, right? We're going to have another shadow war. We are going to have China, we are going to have Russia and their proxies supporting Maduro, and then you're going to have the United States and our proxies trying to overthrow Maduro within that country. And what do we know? As we speak, Wagner Group has made their way from Russia into Venezuela, right? How is this going to work out, guys? You have the DOD, we're still blowing the crap out of boats out in the ocean. We have assets within Venezuela doing work. And now Russia, pretty public, bold move, has now put the Wagner Group inside Venezuela to do work. And if you guys aren't familiar who the Wagner Group are, just think Blackwater from the United States, right? Wagner Group is their version from Russia. So things are going to get pretty interesting, guys, because we want Maduro out. But guess what? Russia, China, they want him to stay. At the end of the day, the Wagner Group has been everywhere that we've been. When we were in Syria, they were over there doing work. When we were in Afghanistan, they were there too. They are Russia's elite private military force, right? And they go where Putin tells them to go. So now that they're there, what's going to happen, guys? What is going to happen? And I can tell you right now, it's going to come down to Putin getting with President Donald Trump and figuring things out. Because if we clash with the Wagner Group in Venezuela, the result is going to be the same, just like when we crash with them in Syria, right? We destroy them. Because at the end of the day, guys, they are still no match for the might of the United States of America, all right? The situation is going to get a lot uglier before it gets better, in my opinion. Hopefully, everything works out and we don't have to go to war with Russia, because that would be bad news for everyone involved, to include the people of Venezuela. All right, let me know what you guys think about this one, guys. Wagner Group making their way into Venezuela to back up Maduro in its claim to the presidency. And on the other side, us in there with Green Berets working with the opposition to overthrow Maduro, right? Let me know what you guys think. While we're on the topic of Green Berets, guys, we are known as the main unconventional warfare force for the United States military. One of the only units by doctrine that are authorized to conduct unconventional warfare, which just means by with and through a local force to overthrow the government, right? As Green Berets, we are able to recruit from the civilian population through the 18 X-ray program. And those individuals typically come in really, really young. Some of them are not privy to big army experience, right? So sometimes they act as if they are the shit when in reality they are not, right? I got a pretty interesting story that I found on TikTok that I want to share with you guys. And I don't know if this one is accurate or not. I don't know the validity of this. I don't know if a Green Beret would actually do this, right? Take a listen.
No. I ain't doing no wrestling. Ooh, story time. So there I am, walking into the PX, circa 2013, and I see an E5 walking out with a beard probably just about as unkept as mine, hair that was definitely out of regs, sunglasses, unblessed boots, and no PC. He's walking out. Walking in next to me is a decently overweight, middle-aged male with a deployment patch. You know, your typical E7. Anywho, he begins to try and curse this man out and tell him how fucked up he is. Asks him who his first line is, who his first sergeant is, yada yada yada. And just looks him up and down, and in just the most serious deadpan way just goes, "Wrong fucking food chain, sarnt," and then proceeds to walk off into the sunset. Me being the young private that I was, and now even the retired veteran that I am, thought, man, that's one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen.
So what he's talking about right there, guys, is a Green Beret E5 type, probably an 18 X-ray, go into the shopette, which is our local grocery stores that every military base has, and he just goes in there looking like a soup sandwich, right? All ate up. And a big army, E7, big army is anybody that's not in soft, comes over, sees it, and proceeds to try to discipline them and choose them out, which is typical, right? It's normal, because when you're in big army, you are disciplined, right? They instill in you. You see privates doing dumb shit, you fix it, right? Anywhere on post, you as a non-commissioned officer, if you see something wrong, you're supposed to step up and fix it. Because when it comes to soldiers, if you have stripes, they're supposed to listen to you, right? But big army, they normally make that mistake, especially here on Fort Bragg, right? When they see somebody that's not wearing their beret or PC or has hands in their pockets or boots on blouse, they try to correct it because that's what they're supposed to do. And nothing against them, man. That's what they're supposed to do. And that's why I don't get upset when, you know, I'm out looking rough and someone comes up to me and tell me to fix it, right? I just let them know, hey, man, like I just left the range. This was my range uniform, right? T-shirt and bottoms and fucked up looking boots. I don't have my beret on me, right? I just left the range. Just go about your business. I don't disrespect them, but it is something that they do. However, your 18 X-rays, nothing against them, love my 18 X-rays, they don't know how to properly respond to big army individuals when they come up to them and try to correct them, right? They respond with attitude, especially if an 18 X-ray is having a bad day, he's having a shitty day, he's just gonna tell that big army NCO to fuck off. And at the end of the day, there's nothing that big army NCO can do or say about it, right? He's just gonna be like, oh God, like, who is this guy, right? He's gonna find out, oh, he's a group, right? He's a SF guy, he's a Green Beret. He's not gonna try to track me down as the team sergeant for that E5 and tell me what that E5 did to him. And as messed up as it is, even if he did, I probably wouldn't do anything about it, is the fucked up thing, right? I'm just gonna chug it off like, yeah, whatever, man, I got bigger fish to fry. So as far as validity goes, I can see this story being true. I can see E5, 18 X-ray type, you know, telling, you know, E7 big army to fuck off because he's looking rough and he doesn't like to be corrected. Is it right? No. Does it happen? All the time. And it's not isolated to E5 and E7s, man. There's captains, there's majors, there's colonels that will see SF guys walking around Fort Bragg looking like crap, and they try to do something about it, and they get told to kick rocks, and then they try to go up the pole and figure out who this soldier works for just to find out, oh, he's a third group guy, or he's at the schoolhouse, right? And there's nothing they can do about it. All right, as messed up as that is, guys, it is what it is. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Should we as SF guys be able to do that? Should we be able to tell, you know, big army leadership to fuck off when they're trying to instill some discipline in us, right? You let me know in the comment section below. Now, at the very beginning of the show, guys, I showed you guys the Marine Corps clip, right? The Marine Corps trailer that's fixing to drop here on the 10th of November, which is the Marine Corps' 250th birthday, right? It's getting ready to drop. However, I found another clip that's pretty interesting that you guys might want to see, right? You have nice, fancy, shiny over here with the trailer, and then you have this. Let's watch this together, guys.
Hey, where's your room at?
343.
Huh? 343?
343.
Get up, bro. I'll go check for you. Huh? Bro, get up.
Niggas.
What?
You got your room key?
Yeah, it's in his wallet. I saw it earlier when I looked at it.
The fuck? Sick of that? Fuck no.
You said 4.
You said 343.
You said 343, bro.
No.
Where's it at?
Fucker.
Hold on. I'll take a piss.
Smell like alcohol.
Hey, who you with? Huh? Who you with?
What are you gonna do?
Who's here?
It's your room?
Yeah, it's my room.
Get your room key out.
Hey Siri.
Hey, where's your fucking room key at?
Come on.
Nah, fuck that. Where's your room key at? Hey, motherfucker, where's your room key at?
I'm trying to.
Huh? Where's it at?
Yo, hey Siri. Where Russell? Russell.
Calling LCPL wrestler.
Alright. Alright here.
All right, guys, so you have the actual Marine Corps, right? So, guys, what you guys just saw here, very, very common, right? The only question that I have is, where's that dude's battle buddy, man? Because if you guys aren't familiar with what battle buddy is, like every time you go out, you're supposed to have a buddy with you, right? Especially as you're starting off in the military, right? Basic training, AIT, everywhere you go, you have a battle buddy that you run with, whatever. And typically when you go out partying and all that stuff, you have a battle buddy with you to make sure this happens. You actually get to your room, right? The two individuals, they're probably staff duty. Staff duty within the military, all that means is, hey, when everybody goes home at night, like 5 o'clock hits, and the workday is over, you have staff duty. You have two individuals that are runners, normally low enlisted, and then you have an NCO, and then you have a officer that's in charge, maybe over at the battalion area, to make sure that everything goes smooth doing 9 hours, right? To make sure stuff like that gets handled. So the two individuals were probably part of staff duty, right? Their job to patrol and make sure that everything is good. If they find somebody, pick him up, get him to his room, make sure he actually makes it where he needs to go and falls asleep and is able to come into work the next day, right? So that's what you guys saw unfolding in front of you, right? So again, just Marines being Marines. I guess my only issue from a leadership perspective is these type of things that you're seeing right there, right? It's normal military culture. Should it be filmed and exposed? What are you guys' thoughts on this, right? Should it be put on social media for that guy to relive over and over again, right? Should it have been kept within the confinement of their, I guess, cell phone or within the unit? And as a leader, you find this, what do you do, right? What do you do? Do you have them take it down or do you leave it as is, right? Eager to hear you guys' thoughts on that one also, guys. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in to the Green Beret Chronicles show. Again, guys, greenberetchronicles.com. Check out the merch shop. Book a consultation call. I do whatever I can to make sure I steer you in the right direction. All right, let me know what you guys think about the new segment, guys. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, take care of yourself.